I wanted to tell you that I deposited that check, your check.
Was it enough to cover Steve's loans?
And then some. I talked with Mr. Brewster at the bank. He said that it would cover all of his outstanding loans and then some future ones.
All right, just do me a favor. Don't tell Steve the money came from me, will you? I don't think his pride will take it.
Yeah, right. I think I might ask Grandma and Grandpa to tell him it was a loan from them.
Good thinking?
Well, just until he's more sure of himself, you know. Well, he should know what a good friend you are. I want to tell him the truth. Maybe that would put to rest, finally. It would prove that you are changed.
It's not going to be that easy, Betsy, you know? I learned from Sierra that once you kill somebody's trust, it takes a lot to get it back.
Hey, as far as I'm concerned, there's nobody Steve should trust more than you.
Dad, after the trip to Colorado, I am even more convinced than ever that Kim is withholding the truth on purpose. I know you felt that way for quite a while, but you know Kim. Why would she hold anything back? I don't know. But she is. It was so clear when we walked into that house, she was guarding everything she said. I even tried to catch her off guard. We went over the story step by step, but she could not explain the evidence that Hudson has against her.
But you know, son, if I experienced trauma like that, I might be fuzzy about the details
Dad,
myself.
it's not fuzzy. It's not fuzzy. It doesn't ring true. This case is going to trial sooner than I anticipated, and if she's holding back from me, how can I prepare an adequate defense for her?
I don't know what to say to you. But I find it very difficult to believe that Kim would lie about anything.
Kim, by not having told the truth from the very beginning, you've put yourself in terrible jeopardy. Franny would never have been brought to trial for Douglas's murder as you have. The very fact that you are having to manufacture this story is creating what they call a reasonable doubt.
Peter, I know that, and it's getting worse. I had to lie to Tom again when I was up in Colorado. I had to try to match some of my story, at least, to some of the evidence they have against me.
Well, it's not going to stop. You're going to have to keep inventing lies to cover the ones you've already told. And I wonder if someone as honest as you are can live with that.
As the world turns. This portion brought to you today by today's all-temperature cheer. 3 temperatures, 1 great clean. And by Mr. Clean. For a clean so shiny you have to ask, is it wet or is it dry?
I wanted to tell Tom. I wanted to tell him when I was up there. I came very close to it several times.
Well, why didn't you?
Because the minute I tell him the truth, he's going to want to bring the whole thing out in the open, and I know Franny cannot handle it.
But she's working very hard with Dr. Michaels to work through this block of hers.
I know. And she will remember when she is ready. And when she does, I just hope that she will understand why I had to lie.
What about Bob? Will he understand?
I hope so. But Tom, oh God, Tom is the one. He's the one. I mean, he's trying so hard to find some kind of defense for me, and I feel as if I have betrayed a very sacred trust with him.
Kim, do you realize that you are placing everyone else's welfare above your own?
When I was up in Colorado, Franny came to me, and she asked me if she could call me Mother. Do you have any idea what that means to me?
Yes. Of course I do. But do you realize what might happen to you and your family if you do not come forward with the truth now?
Peter, I know all of the risks. I know it better than anybody else. I don't think even you realize what telling all these lies is costing me.
Well, stop telling them then.
I can't.
For your own sake. And for Bob's. And for your babies.
It is too late to turn back.
Don't mean to break up the business meeting. But Cop wants me to move in.
Okay, I'm ready to go when you are.
Craig, here's the seating chart for tonight.
Thank you, Seth.
You must be the famous Seth Snyder. I'm Betsy Andropoulos.
Yeah, this is my wife, Seth. Hi, when did I become famous?
Oh, well, I've heard so many nice things about you from Craig and Iva.
All true, I might add. This is perfect, thank you.
Oh, good. Well, don't believe everything you hear. Iva's been known to be prejudiced.
Oh, by the way, speaking of Iva, she tells me that Mike, your foreman's going back to work for you. I guess Tad Channing's letting up on you, huh?
Well, that's what I thought, but then I saw Channing coming out of Ed Brewster's office with old lady Walsh, and he was looking at me like a vulture just waiting for lunch.
Well, don't worry about it. Guys like that, they have a tendency to slip up sometime.
Well, that's nice to think so, but sometimes more underhanded you are, the further you get.
Well, we should get going to Kim's. Good night.
Good night.
Yeah. Good evening. Nice to see you again, Mrs. Andropoulos. You look lovely as always.
George, could you, excuse me, show Mr. Channing to a table, thank you.
Of course, this way, sir.
Thank you, Joe. What did he mean by that?
We work in the same building, remember?
Yeah.
I hope you don't talk to that creep.
No. Look, we're going to get a ticket if we don't go, right? Good night, Craig.
Good night, Steve.
Dad, I really need you to talk to Kim. Since I don't know what she's concealing, I don't know how to prepare her defense.
Mom, oh, excuse me. I'm on my way to the Mona Lisa. Would you like to come by later tonight? Give us a chance to talk, huh?
Well, Lila, I'd like to. I don't know if I can.
Oh, okay. Well, if you have time, later, okay?
All right.
Bob, give my best to Kim and Franny, okay?
I will, thanks, Lila. Listen, why don't you come to the house for dinner tonight?
Not tonight, Dad. I don't think so.
Oh, my
You sure?
favorite.
Hi.
Hi, darling. Oh, yeah, I missed you.
I missed you, too.
Thank
How do you feel?
I'm doing all right. I'm okay. But are you ready to go home, do you think?
Yeah.
All right, good. Then I can ride with you. Tom, do you want to join us for dinner?
No. Dad already asked, but I've got a lot of work to do. We've got jury selection starting in the morning.
Oh, are you nervous?
Should I be?
Oh, honey.
Listen. I would be a lot happier if you could have told me why those bed hangings were slashed, but all I can ask is that you just keep thinking about it, okay?
Yes.
Okay, I'll talk to you two later.
All right.
Okay.
Good night, darling. Where's Franny?
Oh, she left. She's having dinner with Casey Peretti. Honey, Tom and I just had a talk. Look, I don't want to upset you, but Tom is convinced that you're holding something back about Doug Cummings' death. Now, I told him that you'd have no reason to do that.
If I thought I'd killed the man I once loved, it'd kill me, too.
You know something? I just feel as if I am being pulled apart. I'm just not too sure how much longer I can take this.
You know you can tell me anything. Now, if there is something that you're not able to tell Tom, some detail, whatever it is, no matter how small it is, we've got to know the truth so that Tom can help you.
Hello. Remember that biology exam I was so worried about? Well, I got an A.
Congratulations. Oh, Sierra, I'm so glad you're doing well with your classes. I'm pleased.
Thanks. I forgot to get the groceries, however.
Well, that's all right. I know you have much more important things to worry about than domestic chores.
Are you feeling all right?
Yes. I've just realized I can't force you to be someone that you're not. And I also want to make up for some of the mistakes that I've made in our marriage. Starting tonight, by taking you to dinner.
Oh, it sounds great, but I was actually planning on studying.
Well, you can do that later. Look, it was a special day for me, too.
I opened up my paycheck and found out that your mother had given me a healthy raise.
How nice.
And soon I'll be moving into my new office. You know, she's moving me much faster along than I ever thought she would.
Antonio, be careful. She has a tendency to control people that way.
Well, I'll be careful. Tomorrow. Tonight, I want to enjoy myself. And you. So I've made reservations for us at Mona Lisa's.
Why there?
Because we can have a wonderful dinner and see Craig. I know it was wrong of me to threaten him the other night. And I know it upset you. So I'm going to apologize to him.
Really?
Really. So I'd like you to come with me, if you would.
Well, of course. Antonio, I feel like I'm talking to a whole different person.
Oh, Sierra, I love you very much. I think we'd better stop while we still can. I'll finish getting ready and you freshen up. We have a lot to celebrate, all right?
I'm coming.
Say, Red, you're...
Hi.
Margot. I was expecting somebody else.
Yeah, it's obvious. Oh, Casey Pretty. This is Hal Munson. Casey Pretty.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Who is smelling so good?
Yeah. It's my lasagna that's smelling so good.
Oh.
I made plenty if you guys want to stay.
Oh, that's a real tempting offer, but we've made dinner reservations down at Mona Lisa's.
Yeah, we just came by to see if Mama needed a lift.
Oh, you just missed her.
Oh. Oh, well then, who's the dinner guest?
Franny Hughes.
Oh.
Just a friendly dinner, Margaret.
Good. That's great. That's great. She could use one.
Yeah. Listen, I'll see you guys later, okay? I'm expecting her pretty soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good night.
Yeah,
Good night.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Hello, Frank.
Take care. I'm on my way. Hey, you made it.
Well, you look different. I never pictured you in an apron.
I am one very serious cook, lady. I'll tell you what, if I hadn't gone to med school, I'd probably own my own chain of Italian restaurants, you know? And this is one very special wine here I have, you know. Now, if I can only get it open, we will be in business. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Here.
Thank you. Thanks.
Listen, you want to go to Mona Lisa's later and check out Lila?
Oh, maybe. Oh, boy. Something sure smells good.
Well, it's a consensus then, because that's what Margot said.
Margot was here?
Yeah, you just missed her a minute ago.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wanted to talk to her about Tom.
You think that's such a hot idea?
Well, you don't know what they had together. Just wish I knew what came between them.
Here's to our getting better acquainted. You know, Barbara, you piqued my curiosity. How is it a lovely lady like yourself is still single?
Oh, I've been married. I have a son who is the most important man in my life, and I intend to keep it that way.
Surely you have a line of suitors knocking at your door.
Oh, no. My career takes up most of my time. So I like to keep my private life uncomplicated. I'm sure that you can understand that.
We have a great deal in common.
How long do you plan to be in town, Duncan?
I've no idea. The game with my dear wife Shannon is still afoot, and every day I find Oakdale more enticing.
Have you figured out who called pretending to be Tom Hughes' secretary?
No, I didn't really try.
You know, it might have been someone trying to check up on you. And as I told you, no one must suspect that you and I are connected in any way.
Don't worry. I'm very good at keeping secrets. I promise whatever connections we might make will be kept strictly behind closed doors. So, when'd you get back from Colorado?
Oh, we flew in this morning.
We? Oh, who's we?
Hal went with me.
Just to help. You know, I'm familiar with the case and the layout of the house.
Yeah, right. Did you come up with anything for Kim's defense?
No, unfortunately, and I don't think her story will hold up in court.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. You got the best man in town defending him, but of course you already know that, don't you?
Cut it out, Craig.
Your table is ready.
Thank you.
Enjoy your dinner.
Thanks.
You didn't have to explain anything to my brother Craig. You know
He
that.
is your brother, and I didn't want him to think what he was probably thinking.
He doesn't think. That's his problem. Look, I'll tell you right now, I'm an adult, all right? And it's about time my family understood that. I live my life. I'm soon to be divorced, and I can use all the friends I can get.
Well, I'm going to help you all I can.
You already have, Hal. Every day.
Hi, Lila. I thought I'd take you up on your invitation.
Well, why don't we go to my dressing room?
Okay.
Okay? Tom, I'm sorry. Tom, don't go.
Kim, I'm sorry, but I had to tell you how Tom feels.
Well, I've known for a long time that he didn't think I was telling the whole truth. I can see it in his eyes.
I'm leaving now. What if I could talk to you alone for a minute?
You feel up to it?
Yeah, I'm all right. Honey, do you want to tell everybody else we'll have coffee and dessert in here?
Sure. Come on, Andy.
All right.
I'm not going to make any speeches or anything like that.
Good.
I guess I just want you to know I realize you're having a rough time.
Oh, boy.
I'm here, you know, if you need me for anything, all right?
Thanks, pal.
Oh, come on.
I needed that.
Well, don't forget it, then. It was a wonderful dinner, by the way.
I'm glad you liked it.
Thanks for letting Andy stay with me for a couple of days. Take care of yourself, all right?
Thank you. You too.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Any more trouble about Andy?
Not a word. He just said that he was concerned if I tell you that man never ceases to amaze me.
Ellen, I think if we could put the coffee up here, and then David can put the time down there.
Here, let me help you.
Thank you.
Oh,
here. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, just do it nicely there, David, I think. And it looks good. Help yourselves now, everybody. Here, I'll pour some coffee for you.
Well, it's good to have you back in town, then.
yeah. Oh, here, sure.
Coffee.
No, she doesn't have
You haven't said 2 words all night. What's wrong?
Yes,
Tad Channing.
I think maybe you need some more.
I don't like the way he looks at you.
Oh, Steve, you're imagining things. Come on. You don't like the way any man looks at me.
Hey, Steve, let's go fish a chess game.
Yeah. It might be good to win at something.
Hey, wait, who said you're gonna win? Let's go.
Okay, yeah.
You don't... No, I thought maybe I'll have a little tea or coffee, maybe. Yeah.
Hey, honey.
Grandpa, could I speak to you for a minute?
Oh, sure.
I'll have some coffee if there's any.
Boy.
No, thank you.
Steve's in some serious trouble at work. He's gotten in way over his head financially. And today, Craig gave me a check, which should help out enormously. But the problem is, you see, Steve won't accept money from Craig. And, well, I was wondering if maybe I could tell him that it was a loan from you and Grandma?
Well, now, just a minute, Betsy. I know I've been away for a while, but it's not like you to lie to Steve.
Oh, I know. And I hate doing it, but he needs the help. He really does. And he's just too proud to accept any help from Craig. And I'll tell him the truth, I will, just as soon as he's back on his feet and I know he can handle it.
Well, honey, if Steve's in that kind of trouble, why don't you let us help you out? And then you wouldn't have to lie about it.
How many pieces?
Craig wants to do this. And he doesn't want me to think of it as a loan. He's trying to make up for what he did with my trust fund.
Well, All right, I trust your judgment, and I'll go along with it, but I hope you'll tell Steve the truth as soon as you can.
Oh, I intend to, don't worry.
Oh, and would you get some water for two? Thanks.
Seth,
Mr. Channing?
how long have you been working here?
Oh, a couple of days. I'm the night manager.
And a farmer by day. What is that, 18 hours of hard labor?
I get by.
You know, you and your family would have been a whole lot better off if you'd taken me up on my offer to buy your farm.
Well, I guess that depends on how you look at it. Oh, excuse me.
Good evening, sir. Do you have a reservation?
No, I'm just going to stand at the bar.
Okay. Yes, sir.
I wonder if you could tell Mr. Montgomery that Antonio Reyes would like to have a word with him.
Sure.
Thank you. I hope this will prove to you that I want to put our past behind us.
Hey, John.
Hello.
I got your flowers, thank you.
Roses are still your favorite.
Yeah, you even got the color right.
I'll never forget. I meant what I said in the card, too. I've done a lot of stupid things in my life, but if there's some way we might be able to start over.
I almost wish we could. With so much blood under the bridge, I don't see how we could swim back.
Who wants to swim back? I want to go forward. I've missed you.
Sounds crazy, but I missed you too.
So?
There's no use in kidding ourselves. We've lost it. Too much has happened.
Hello.
Oh, hi, Dad. Excuse me, you two should be alone.
Please, sit down. My manager said that you wanted to have a word with me.
Yes. I had no right to warn you to stay away from Sierra the other night. I realize now that she has taken care of that in her own way. I want to apologize. No hard feelings.
Apology accepted.
Good. Now that we've cleared the air, perhaps we can all get on with our lives.
When's your next set, Lila?
Oh, about a half an hour. Better get ready.
Hey, Sierra. There, don't run off. I haven't seen you in quite a while. How you doing?
I'm fine.
Good. You and Antonio happy?
Why do you ask?
Well, I feel a little responsible for you running off and marrying him that way. I'm just wondering if you two were happy.
I wish you wouldn't feel responsible. It was my decision, John.
You haven't answered my question. Are you happy?
Yes. If you'll excuse me.
Sierra. Was that your idea, having Tonio apologize to me?
No. He wanted to do it. I don't want you to think it's changed anything. It hasn't. Good night.
You okay?
I'm trying to learn how to let go, Seth.
Good evening, Seth. Give my regards to your family. Mr. Montgomery, tell that beautiful assistant of yours I might drop by tomorrow morning just to say hello.
Sandy, hold it. I want to know what kind of game you think you're playing with Betsy, huh?
I'm not playing any game. And I don't see what she does after office hours being any of your business.
I say I'm making it my business. I want you to stay away from Betsy.
Well, I thought Iva would be enough to keep you occupied. Does your good friend Steve know how you feel about his wife?
Listen.
Good night again.
Craig? Craig? What happened?
The This portion of As the World Turns has been brought to you today by Ivory. There's a pure, natural kind of clean when you lather up with Ivory. And by today's Head & Shoulders, for dandruff care that's good for the hair. We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment. And now, part 2 of As the World Turns.
Sierra, go inside and tell the maid what has happened. I will stay with Craig.
No, you go. Please don't. You all right?
I don't know. I think I am.
Who did this to you?
Somebody who's not going to get a second chance. I thought I was going to pass out.
Just try to breathe. Breathe deeply.
Can you walk?
I don't know. I haven't tried that yet.
Come on, let me help you.
No, I think I'm going to stay here, thanks.
Let's go, Sierra.
I think you should go inside and lie down.
Sierra?
I can't leave him till I know that he's all right.
He's all right. This is none of our affair.
I'm okay.
Okay. Sierra, ven aquí.
Hey, Antonio. Thanks for that talk.
Thanks for coming.
Nancy, we're on our way, but we would like to drop by.
You're a little late for dinner, but there may be some leftovers. I'm not really hungry. Okay? I'm sorry, I ran into Al and Margot. They're becoming an item these days. Oh, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. You don't really need this right now. Did you get a chance to talk to Kim about what she's hiding? Yeah, I did. I mentioned it. She got very upset, so I didn't press it. Well, that stands to reason that if she's hiding something, she'd get upset. I don't know. I can't believe this. I mean, she's so damned honest. I know. And I'd like nothing more than to put her up in front of that jury and show them how honest she is. But until she tells me a little more about the discrepancies in her story, I can't risk it, Dad. Hobson would rip her to pieces.
Tom? Hi, darling. I'm glad you decided to stop by after all.
I just wanted to tell you I talked to Judge Fielding and I got you excused from jury selection because of the baby.
Oh,
good.
honey. Oh, thank you so much. I really wasn't looking forward to that.
I know.
Listen, why don't you come on out in the kitchen? We've got coffee and dessert and stuff.
Coffee I'll take. Dessert I don't think so. I'll help you. You relax.
Thanks, darling. Thank you. Well, Kim, we have to get going. Thanks for dinner. Honey, I'm so glad you came. Listen, is it my imagination or is there some kind of tension between you and Steve?
Yeah, a little bit. It's my fault. I can't get into it all right now, but I'm keeping something from Steve, and I don't like it.
Well, I hope it's nothing serious.
Well, it's for his own good, actually, but he just doesn't see that right now. I'm going to tell him the truth just as soon as I know he can deal with it.
Honey, don't wait too long. Keeping the truth from somebody you love is just the worst. When'd you find the time to do all this?
When I was a catering fool in college, it's all in the prep work.
Well, if you're as good at medicine as you are as cooking, you'll take Memorial by storm.
That's what I'm shooting for. Of course, I may drive your father to the nut house in the meantime. You know, sometimes I get the feeling that he doesn't appreciate my good intentions.
Oh, he'll come around. You have a way of catching people off guard. And I'll put in a good word for you.
Thanks. You know, I'm really glad you came over tonight.
So am I.
What do you say we go to Mona Lisa's later and check out Layla?
I really don't think that I'm up to that.
Okay, I understand. I guess going to Colorado brought back a lot of bad memories, huh?
A few.
Listen, I don't want to put a damper on the evening or anything, but if you want to talk about it, I'm a pretty good listener.
I appreciate that, but I can't. I hope you understand.
I do. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop trying to help you. You know, I think I could if you'd let me.
You're a born doctor.
You know, that's the nicest thing you've said to me all night.
You know, maybe it would be a good idea for me to go to Mona Lisa's, and if Margot was there, I could talk to her, too.
Well, like I said before, I don't know if that's such a hot idea, you know? It's just getting harder and harder for her. She's just drowning in advice.
I know, but Lila thinks that I might be able to make her realize what she stands to lose because of...
Because of what?
Because of what happened to me with Doug and Kevin.
Well, maybe that's true. You know, you certainly are determined, you know that?
Well, I just want to help. If I can get through to Margot, somehow, I'll feel better. I don't know what happened to Tom and Margot, but whatever it was, it's not worth losing the love they had. Nothing's worth that. Oh, no more for me. I know when to stop.
Well, it would seem an enterprising businesswoman like yourself would know when to take risks as well.
Oh, I do. When I know what the odds are and what my returns are as well.
Just what are your returns on me, Miss Ryan? You never did tell me why you had me come here to stop the wedding.
I have my reasons.
One of them, Brian McCall?
Don't be ridiculous.
Are you in love with him?
I was, once.
He was a fool to let you slip through his fingers.
Oh, how well I know that he's a fool. Look who he ended up with.
The delectable Shannon. Well, of course, women never see what men find attractive in their rivals.
Rivals? That woman is not my rival. Since when did you become such an authority on the subject of women?
Well, just turned 12, I think.
Oh, and you've been conducting exhaustive research ever since.
Oh, I'm a long way from exhausted. I find women constantly captivating. Particularly women like yourself. Women with secrets yet to be uncovered.
Well, it has been a lovely dinner, and I believe it's time for me to go.
Oh, it's still early. Besides, I haven't learned nearly as much about you as I'd like.
Well, we have lots of time for that, Duncan.
I'm not one for waiting.
That was not part of the bargain.
Perhaps we could alter it to suit our needs of the moment.
I don't think so. I think that you should concentrate on why you came here.
It's constantly on my mind, as are you.
Good night.
Good night. Hello. Ah, Hensley, I'm glad you called. Yes, it seems I'm making excellent progress. Well, you remember the wee isle I told you about, the one owned by Brian McCall? I think I'll be able to make a deal for it. Cheap. Miss Ryan? Oh, well, she's cool, but I anticipated resistance. Nothing I can't handle, of course. Hensley, please pacify Beatrice in any way you can. And under no circumstances, tell her where I am. I think things are going to work out just perfectly.
Well, you look a little better. Do you feel any better?
Yeah, I can breathe and everything. Everything's fine.
You know, do you want to press charges of assault? You can.
If you want me to, I can handle that for you.
No, Hal, thanks. I'm okay. Okay?
Hey. You just tell me what happened. Why are you and Ted Channing fighting? What?
Nothing, okay? Really, I appreciate the concern, folks. I'm okay.
Well, are you
Mama,
sure?
I'm really fine.
All right, but if you get dizzy later
Mama,
or something...
I will. Yes, I will. I promise. I'm okay. Thank you. Really, thank you. Okay? Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, you seem to be holding up okay.
Yes, Seth. You see, the pain has passed and anger has taken over.
Well, I can't say that I blame you much.
Well, I got news for you. Next time I run into Channing, I think I will be ready.
Oh.
Hi, Mr. Snyder. We came to hear Lila.
Well, she has one set left to go. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you, too.
You got any places left at the bar?
Sure, right over here.
Right ahead. Okay, good. We'll see you later.
Will you excuse me for a second? I'm gonna go talk to Margot.
Sure, I'll order you a drink.
Okay. Hi.
Hi, Franny. How you doing?
I'm okay. Hal, would you mind if I talk to Margot?
Sure, go ahead.
Alone.
Alone. I'll go.
Thanks.
Okay, sure.
Thanks, I won't
No
be
problem. Here
long.
you go.
Okay.
I'll see you.
I hope you don't mind. I've been wanting to talk to you for a while.
Yeah, I know. I don't mind. I know what you want to talk to me about, though, and to be perfectly honest, Franny, I'm a little talked out of the subject.
I just want you to hear what I feel. It's real important. Now, I've always thought about your marriage to Tom, the way I think about Kim and Dad's, as an example of what love can be when it works. And it really worked, Margot.
Yes, it did. It worked for almost 3 years next month.
I thought that I'd found that with Doug. I never dreamed that he had a dark side, no matter what Kevin tried to tell me, because I wanted to believe that I'd found what you and Tom had.
Oh, Franny. What we had changed. Can you understand that?
Everything changes. You and Tom are very lucky you love each other. You may not find that again.
I know. I've thought about that, and it scares me.
Then please just work it out with Tom. I love you both so much, and I saw how happy you could be, and you found that together once, and you can find it again, no matter what happened. You have that choice, and I wish I did.
You all right?
I'm fine. I just didn't mean to get so carried away. I just want you to think about what I said.
I will. You were very persuasive young lady.
Because I believe in you and Tom. And I hope that you will again. Now, I'm going to go tell Hal that I'm out of his way, okay?
Is she okay? She seemed a little upset.
Oh, she'll be okay. How about you?
What's about it?
You know, you should know better than to pick a fight with a rat like Channing. I hope you learned your lesson.
I learned quite a few things tonight.
I've had enough, Sierra. I thought what I had done tonight would put an end to this kind of misunderstanding between us.
So did I. You know, you went through all the motions of apologizing to Craig, and you didn't mean a word of it.
Oh, and what about you and your big decision to make a complete break from Craig? The first time you see him in a little trouble, you rush to his side.
I still care about Craig. I never denied that. Are you out of your mind? He was in pain. He was hurt.
I saw the look in your eyes, Sierra. That was much more than just friendly concern.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Everything you said, everything you did, it was all pretense, wasn't it?
I am trying to make our marriage work. If you call that pretense, fine.
No, it's not fine, Tonio. Because that's just another word for lying, and I've had just about all the lying I can take for a lifetime.
Sierra, every time I see you two together, I feel cold inside. It's because I love you. Can't you understand me at all?
No, I can't understand that. Because I thought you'd changed, Tonio.
Oh, Sierra, please.
Stop.
No. You've denied me enough. You're not going to pull away from me this time.
I said stop it. I'm your wife, Tonio, not your whore. You don't own me. Where are you going?
Does it really matter? This way you won't have to pretend I'm not here.
What?
You turn away from me in our bed every night. And each time you do, the wall between us grows higher and higher.
You still don't understand, do
That's
you?
right. I don't understand. But for tonight, I'm through trying. Have a sound sleep.
Well,
Well, looks like everything is all put back together again. I'm going to go upstairs and check on Andy, see if he's
Listen,
set
Kim,
for the night.
I'll probably be gone by the time you get back down, so I'll say goodnight. I will keep you posted about jury selection, okay?
Okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right.
Good luck.
Thank you. My attention is divided, Dad, between Kim and Margot. And that is something I can't afford right now. I went down to Colorado to get information on this case. I run into Margot, I get so flustered that I'm sure I probably missed something that's essential to Kim's case, and I was so busy, so focused on my own problem. I'm sure that you didn't miss anything. I'm not so sure. Look, why don't you quit doubting yourself? Go home, get a good night's rest. Could probably use it. Listen, how long does this jury selection usually take? Oh, that's impossible to predict. It could be a week. It could be over tomorrow. Tomorrow? That means that Kim's trial could start the next day. That's right.
It's very interesting that Tonio was open enough to apologize to you. Do you think he was sincere?
That's the way he looked at me when Sierra was out there trying to help me. You know, he ordered her around like a dog. I hate to see her like that.
Craig, it's really none of your business anymore. And if Sierra's asked you to leave her alone, you have to respect that.
I don't know, Mama. I mean, she was out there next to me. I just know that she doesn't want that any more than I do. Mona Lisa? Sierra?
I was worried about you. I just wanted to make sure you were right.
I'm fine. Listen, you were wonderful. You were like a angel of mercy out there. I hope it didn't cause problems for you and Tonio.
No, we're fine.
Sierra. Sweetie, what's wrong?
Tonio.
I know it's late, but I'd like to take you up on that nightcap you offered me once.
Women's Fashions by Arthur Chapnick. Evening Gowns by Neil Bief. Join us tomorrow for As the World Turns.